Main Event All-Star Wrestling. Since 2009, the leader in machinima wrestling programming. Oh my goodness! It's time! It's time! It's time for the Grand Gauntlet! The 5-round, 18-man extravaganza! You're gonna see some of the greatest All-Stars in Main Event All-Star Wrestling step into the ring to compete for the prize of winning a title shot. You will see Maximus Victorious, the Gladiator, the Chameleon, the Iceman, the Allied Powers, the next generation of the 82nd Bloodborne, the Clown Vic, the explosive Canadian Thermite, Commander Junta, Mr. Excellent, Captain Kennedy, Iron Ali, the Cowboy, Billy Outhouse, Billy Outlaw, Jerry the Villain, Scotland McGregor, the Real American, John Cobra, and Ramawan. Plus, in one-on-one competition, you will see Kid Burnout, the Main Event All-Star Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion, defending his championship against a mystery opponent. Also, we have lovely ladies in action, Countess Sonata versus Luscious Larissa. And to determine the Real Cage Fighting Heavyweight Championship, Jaguar versus Charles Blackman, in a match set up by the mysterious owner. The last man standing match to determine who is the rightful owner to the Real Cage Fighting Championship. Make sure you stay tuned. You don't want to miss the Grand Gauntlet! We're here live in the Main Event All-Star Wrestling Arena! Are you ready, Reginald?
Of course I'm ready. I'm here, I'm sitting down, I've got my headphones on. Why wouldn't you think I'm ready?
I don't know, but I know. I'm excited. I'm about to explode with sheer excitement.
Well, I'm glad it's excitement and not gas, because I saw all those big burritos.
I'm gonna cut you off right there, and yes, and maybe gas. Let's take it to the ring. And in this match, we're gonna see lovely ladies in action. Luscious Larissa will be taking on Countess Sonata. Let's take it to the ring and see who comes out the winner. Countess Sonata making quite a name for herself around the world too, winning titles left and right, but the only title that would matter here is a title of Main Event All-Star Wrestling, which currently we don't even have a women's championship, but you know, I'm receiving word in the back that the owner is going to be implementing a new female wrestling championship in the coming, I guess, shows ahead.
Well, that makes this match even more important, because not only are they going to get to show off what they can do, whoever wins here is going to move on and very well could be competing for that title.
That's very true, and you know, an interesting note here is these two have wrestled all around the world, but this is actually the first time they've actually, you know, stepped in the ring against each other in one-on-one competition.
That is very interesting, actually, because I know they've wrestled in some of the same companies, but apparently not at the same time.
Apparently not. Oh my God, she's going to the devastating dropkick. She's going for the pin. Can it be over? No!
Okay, I was pretty sure she was going to win there.
Well, that just shows you that anything can happen here in Main Event All-Star Wrestling, and I mean anything. You know what I mean?
I do know what I mean. What you mean? Sorry. I was just enjoying the match.
I'm enjoying this match a lot too, and hold on here. If there are any children watching right now, please look away. I believe we just maybe became PG-13.
Yeah, something like that. They'd never get away with that with any company up north or anything.
That indeed they wouldn't.
No. Canadian Wrestling Federations don't like it.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm not even gonna go near that one, Reginald. We need to call the action. She just Countess Sonata taking the initiative, kicking Luscious Larissa to the midsection.
Like I said, she's vicious. And
bicycle kick there into a spinning hurricanrana.
And she's just going with
2 and 3. No, she kicked out.
She's just letting her think she's gonna win to make her look good.
That could be, but oh my, what a devastating tumble to the floor.
She's out of us. Also, fall off a 20-foot ladder once. Broke her leg in 3 places, still got up and finished the match.
One thing's for sure, these ladies are tough and they are rough.
And they're very good wrestlers.
Very easy on the eyes, if I might add.
Yes, but not nearly as good as Margaret Thatcher.
I don't know about Margaret Thatcher, but I do know about these ladies, and they are lovely.
And Countess Sinessa is going to win.
Countess who?
Sonata. I was saying it in a native language.
It sounded like you were talking about Miss Janessa, another lovely lady.
She is, but no, that's how you pronounce Countess Sonata's name in her native language.
Well, I'm going to have to take your word on it, but we need to call the action here. Countess Sonata on top, opens up with a double axe. Oh my goodness.
Go for the pin, you can win.
She went for her too. She's going for 1. No.
Oh, whatever. Ref, you're counting too slow again.
Oh my goodness, we've got some hip gyration going on here. Could be, devastating neckbreaker.
That's got a win of the match.
I would have thought so too, but it looks like she's going for another one. I think she's used that move around the world. I've seen some of her matches and she's hitting them, but she's doing with that guillotine scissor kick. She tried to decapitate her.
And she failed, but she's going to win the match. And
quite
moves
possibly.
Like that are going to help.
Quite possibly. She just seems like she's focusing on the neck.
As she should be. I mean, if she's going to use moves like that modified neck breaker type move, it makes sense to work on the neck. And
wait a second. I think she just removed that top turnbuckle pad. You were busy talking.
No, I was watching her. I didn't see her touch any of the turnbuckle pads.
Oh my goodness, she just threw it back into that exposed steel.
Well, it is exposed. Ref, I think the turnbuckle fell off. Let's get a new ring crew who knows what they're doing.
What? She clearly removed that. She's cheating.
I didn't see anything.
Oh my. She's locked on a devastating camel clutch.
And I'm pretty sure hands underneath the Bolton rug, so the ref really needs to break this up.
I'm just surprised that Luscious Larissa has been able to bounce back. She's taken quite a beating.
And yet, she refuses to give up. Obviously, she's an idiot.
Oh my goodness, Countess Sonata with a great maneuver into another great maneuver. I wonder what you'd call that one. But
you would call it that move.
Oh my goodness, she's locking her to the guillotine. The guillotine. A modified dragon sleeper.
Oh. And I told you she'd win.
Well, evidently, Countess Sonata had what it took to get the job done.
I told you that from the very beginning, and yet you didn't believe me. That'll teach you.
Luscious Larissa will have to live to fight another day.
She's talented. She might have a chance at winning the title someday. But I'm guessing that is your first women's champion.
Quite possibly it could be. She has proved that she is a force to be reckoned with here in Native and All-Star Wrestling. But wait a second!
She's coming over here and say hi.
What did she? She just grabbed the ring bell. What do you think she's going to be doing with that?
She's going to play a song.
Quite possibly, but no! She thinks I'm the one. A shot to the head.
As she should. She's got to show all the
Oh my goodness! Reginald! I'm going to cut you off there, but it looks like Larissa's been busted open.
What do you expect? She's got in there with a ring bell.
And Kuga Sonata locking on a devastating modified leg lock.
Actually, I believe that's a triangle check.
Whatever, we need to get some help out here. This is just a heinous Kid Burnout, the main event All-Star Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion, makes his way to the ring to issue an open challenge to anyone in the back. Let's hear what Kid's got to say.
I'm out here right now to make an open challenge to anybody in the back who wants to come out and challenge me for my World Heavyweight Championship. And I'm really hoping the Casket, you enter this challenge after you jump me on my way to the back. There's payback coming. You can guarantee it. Now get on out here.
Did you say anybody?
Yeah, that's what I said. Anybody. Even you, turd.
Did you say anybody?
Yeah, I said anybody. Come on already.
That's what I thought you said.
You turd.
The name's not Turd, it's T. And you just sealed your own fate, Kit.
That's pretty big talk coming from such a little man. Why don't you get down here and I'll show you what being a world champion's all about, turd.
Tempting as that offer is, Kit, I'm not the star here.
Who do you got back there? I mean, it couldn't possibly be the living legend Kendall Windham, could it? You mean Mike Mulligan? Or are you managing Casket? Send him out here. I'm ready for him. Let's do this.
And that villain, T. Ferguson, finding a loophole to bring Death Star back, the man who had lost the loser leaves town match to Jaguar. But now Death Star, finding that loophole, making his way to the ring to challenge Kid Burnout for the World Heavyweight Championship. Let's see who becomes the winner of this match. But I just don't know about this decision, Reginald. This just seems like something bad in the making.
Oh, I know, bad for Kid Burnout.
It very well could be. We don't know if he's 100% even after that vicious pile driver he took. I mean, does he have a concussion? Has he been medically cleared even?
I don't think so. But we'll find out, I suppose.
Oh my goodness! A brutal slap to the chest by Death Star.
This is already possibly my favorite match of all night.
Well, it is going to be a fight, that's for sure. The vicious choke slam!
Did he land on his head again?
He did. You have to wonder. Oh boy! You have to wonder, is Kid Burnout 100%? I know I've said that earlier, but wait just a minute. He's going for his finishing maneuver, the powerbomb! Reginald, did you see how his head hit each one of those turnbuckles on the way down? 1, 2, and 3! He did it!
There's only 2 count, I think.
I thought we had a new world champion for sure.
Yeah, we should have. Obviously, all these blows to the head have caused brain damage. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been dancing just now.
Well, Kid Burnout known for getting down with his bad self in the middle of a match, and quite honestly, at sometimes the most inopportune time, but he is the world champion, so you can't really criticize his methods too much.
Yes, but he's going up against Death Star, and when you spend too much time goofing around, that happens.
Indeed. Now, what do you think Death Star is going to do here?
I think he's going to send him to the table.
Oh, no!
Okay, I wasn't expecting that.
Kid Burnout moved out of the way, and thankfully we have biodegradable tables. With the vicious chair shot to the head, Kid Burnout! The world champion in control right now.
It's only temporary. Just wait till Death Star recovers, and then I'm pretty sure he'll win the title in 2 minutes.
Well, that's quite a bold statement there, Reginald.
Well, maybe 2.5 minutes. It depends on, how much he wants to punish Kit.
Sometimes I don't I wonder why the owner even makes me work with you. This is just, sometimes, I just don't know how I can even stand in the same room with you.
It's in my contract. You have to.
You have a contract?
Yes, it says right in my... Here, I'll show you on my iPad. See, it says right
We
there...
need to call the action! Oh my goodness! Did you see what he did to Death Star?
Yes, I did.
He dropped
That
him,
was nice.
dropped his neck right across that steel chair.
The Canadian announce team might want to move away.
Kid Burnham off the top rope with a big splash into the...
How did the table not break?
Oh my goodness! A terrible, a devastating German suplex.
I think Death Star might be injured. We need medical help out here.
Yeah, that was a vicious fall that Death Star took. Kid Burnout German suplexing him off that announce table onto the cement floor, and I believe Death Star landed on his neck.
Alright, we don't need a ladder out here. Just go back into the ring, win by countout. Oh wait, it's a street fight. There are no countouts, are there?
You are correct on that, but it doesn't surprise me you get confused from time to time. You know, you Brits are known for that, aren't you?
Less so than you Americans.
Now, hold on a second.
Maybe Death Star powerbomb Kit off the ladder.
That would be quite a feat of strength to be able to do that, but no! Kid Burnout! Through the announce table!
Yeah, it's a good thing we get a bulk discount on these tables.
It is. But the biodegradable tables are good for the environment.
Yes, and we get a tax write-off on them.
Let it be known that Main Event All-Star Wrestling does care about the environment.
Ooh! Yes!
Oh my goodness! He just took Kid Burnout down with a smash to the head with that championship belt.
Is he busted open yet?
I don't believe I see any blood, but oh my goodness. What kind of a maneuver do you call that, Reginald?
A painful one, I think. Yes, definitely painful.
Well, I know I've seen Death Star do that before in the past, but I don't know if he's got a name for it or not.
We should make one up.
Oh my goodness, he just dropped Kid Burnout on his head on top of that championship belt.
And still he's not busted open. Death Star, you can do better than this.
Kid Burnout reverses Death Star's attack. I don't know how both of these guys are still going at it.
Pure luck on Kit Burnout's part, at least. And pure determination on Death Star's. He really wants the title.
Kid Burnout off the top, and no! Death Star reverses it.
Come on. Powerbomb him again or something.
Up and over, he throws Kid Burnout to the outside.
That works.
Kid Burnout, well, getting the fans involved, grabbing what looks like to be a crutch. I wonder, well, you know, he's got some diabolical purposes in mind for that.
Well, that's what makes MEAW the best wrestling company in the world. We get the fans involved like this.
Indeed we do, Reginald. Death Star looking like he's about to take the fight for Kit, but no, Kit uses that. Wait just a minute.
Watch your back, Kid Burnout. The Redcoats are here, and we're taking over.
Death Star! He can get down with some steel chair shots!
Hit him again.
This is just a vicious attack!
That's the best kind.
Oh no! He's lifting him up for the devastating tombstone pile driver!
Yes! Pin him! Pin him!
No!
1,
1, 2, and 3!
Yes!
I can't believe it! And Kid Burnout, being distracted by the Redcoats, allowing Death Star to take the advantage and win the match. Death Star becoming the new Main Event All-Star Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion. And Jaguar making his way to the ring to challenge Charles Blackman for the Real Cage Fighting Championship. The owner, the mysterious owner, had set up this match to settle the dispute, the disputation, if that is even a word, over the Main Event All-Star Wrestling Real Cage Fighting Collaboration Championship. Last time we saw Jaguar and Charles Blackman meet, it was inside a steel cage. Both men escaped the cage controversially. At the same time, both men's feet hitting the floor at the same time as they escaped the cage, making it to where there was no one who could rightfully lay claim to the World Cage Fighting Championship. With that happening, the owner decided this feud had to be settled once and for all to determine who would be the rightful owner of the Real Cage Fighting Championship. Jaguar feeling like he had what it takes to win this one. Looking on, waiting for his opponent Charles Blackman to make his way to the ring. But little did we know that Charles Blackman had other plans up his sleeve. Blackman rushed in from behind and attacked Jaguar. Jaguar didn't see it coming. Let's go to the match and see what went down. Came in.
See, it doesn't matter though, because I know who's going to win. It's going to be Charles Blackman. There's never been a doubt in my mind.
Charles Blackman with a vicious running enziguri knee to the head of Jaguar.
In fact, I'm so confident, I'm tempted to be playing Angry Birds right now. But I'm not going to because that would be unprofessional.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You never do.
Well, I do sometimes. I just act like I don't because I don't want to talk to you.
Sure.
Jaguar taking Charles Blackman down with a devastating big boot and a vicious chop across the chest.
See, I think that actually hit him in the neck. That should be illegal. He should lose by be disqualified.
You're right. I agree with you because if we did that, we could call this Pansy Championship Wrestling. Oh wait, that's what goes on over in England. I forgot.
Says the person who was complaining because, oh no, somebody might get hurt.
Jaguar with a choke slam. And I'm not ignoring what you said, but I'm just kind of ignoring it. 2.
Come on, Blackman, get up.
The referee making his 10 count. Let's see what's his count at. 4. I believe it's 6.
He's just taking his time, taking
7.
advantage of the count, recovering.
Charles Blackman.
Smart move.
Get them to his feet before that count of 10. The running bulldog.
See, he was just recovering so he could do stuff like that.
Stuff like what?
Like that running bulldog.
Why are we paying you if you don't call what the moves are?
Because I didn't need to. You already said what it was.
Well, maybe we need to hear it again.
I already did say what it was.
Jaguar viciously hitting the back of the head of Charles Blackman. Where did the chair come into play?
Blackman brought it in. Aren't you paying attention to the match?
I am paying attention. I'm just checking to see if you're paying attention.
I am paying attention. Of course I'm paying attention. That's what I'm paid for.
Devastating Irish whip into the corner by Jaguar.
And besides, Jaguar was going to use the chair.
Check out the athleticism by Charles Blackman. Running shovel sidekick to the face. Will this be enough to do the big man in? Devastating chair shots by the self-proclaimed baddest man in the universe, Charles Blackman, and now blocking in a half Boston Crab.
And if he keeps doing chair shots and moves like this, he's going to win the match easy.
Easy?
Yes.
You think making Jaguar say I quit or submit is easy?
I'm pretty sure I heard him say I quit 17 times yesterday.
Well, I'm pretty sure I overheard the owner saying that he was thinking about telling you that you're fired yesterday, but that's a whole nother story.
He can't fire me, it's in my contract.
What is this contract? Well, we need to get back to the action. Charles Blackman with the reversal.
Because he's just that great. He can reverse out of any move and then tackle you and punch you a bunch of times.
Things are really starting to heat up here. Charles Blackman off the top with a double stop to the midsection. And that was a bit inappropriate. We apologize to our fans.
Hey, they're booing him and calling him names and all this stuff. He was just responding like anyone would.
Charles Blackman picking up Jaguar into, oh my goodness, that's devastating. What do you call that? Twirling.
Some sort of DDT maybe? I don't know. I'll ask him after the match.
Oh my goodness, slingshotting Jaguar down to the floor, and we're going to the outside, folks. Things are gonna get really interesting now.
See, he's had this match won for about the last 5 minutes, but he just wants to hurt Jaguar more. So that's why he keeps going. The match is over.
Jaguar, oh my god! Did you see that vicious kick into the way Jaguar's head hit the back of those steel steps?
I think I saw a tooth go flying.
I don't know how both of these men are still making their way to their feet.
Sheer determination has to be, or stupidity, at least on Jaguar's part.
The referee making his 10 count. Charles Blackman, will he get to his feet? That is the story at this particular moment in time.
Like I said earlier, he's just taking advantage of the count.
Wait a second, Jaguar picking up Blackman because, well, I'm guessing because he wants to dish out more punishment, but if you ask me, that was a bit of a foolish mistake.
Of course it was, like I said, sheer stupidity.
Was that a running enziguri again?
Looked like it.
Wait, no, that was more of a, what would you call
Maybe
it?
a shining wizard?
More of a shining wizard, I believe, yes. See, that's what we have you here for.
Yes. See, I'm looking on Wikipedia.
Charles Blackman, Jaguar locked up like 2 bulls out of the bullpen. The Death Star, what's he doing out here?
He's beating everybody up. Jaguar can understand, but why is he attacking Blackman?
I don't know what he's about to choke slam Charles Blackman.
Let's ring the bell. This match should end right now.
Oh my goodness, throw him up! Well, I don't know if Charles Blackman and Jaguar are going to be able to recover from this, but...
Wait, Blackman's up!
And Blackman's leaving.
It doesn't matter. As long as Jaguar doesn't answer the 10 count, he loses.
The ref's not even counting right now.
Oh, he's counting in his head. You just can't see it.
Jaguar back to his feet. What's going to happen here?
No, he's going to collapse. Looks like it.
Charles Blackman, what's he doing with the ring bell?
Yes!
Well, I guess Jaguar answered that question with his head.
We see that again in instant replay, like super slow-mo instant replay.
Hold on. Get more from the guys with the truck. Oh, they don't do anything you ask, so no.
They should.
Well, looks like I don't know what's going on with this match. We've got Charles Blackman going to the back. Wait, I'm receiving word. We've got a cameraman backstage.
He just attacked Death Star.
Did he hit him with that ring bell?
Yes. Good for him. I mean, it's kind of stupid to attack Death Star anyways, but...
Oh my goodness, Jaguar comes rushing through the curtain, and that's Charles Blackman with a devastating spear.
And that's the kind of coward Jaguar is. He had to attack Blackman from behind.
He's not going. He just choke slammed him onto the cement floor. This is reaching a new level of extreme.
Some security in here. You could cripple a person like this.
Oh my goodness! He just hit him with his finishing maneuver. The tombstone pile driver on the cement.
We need to get some medical help for Charles Blackman.
No, what's he gonna do with that garbage can? No, he's got a kendo stick. Oh my goodness!
He is attacking a person who's already injured. He should, if he's such a good guy like you keep saying he is, he should just stop and, let him get medical help.
Well, I'm just in amazement that both of these guys are even able to stand. I mean, Blackman should be, I don't know, I think that he should probably rush out here on an ambulance with all those balls on his neck.
Well, that's just how amazing Blackman is. He takes stuff like that and keeps getting back up. He's kind of like the Energizer Bunny like that.
Did you see that? He just
yes, I did.
Smashed his face into that garbage can.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
The pure hatred between these two men is really coming out right now.
Yeah. Hopefully one of them will bleed soon.
What is it with you and blood?
I don't know. It's not a good match unless someone's bleeding. It's the British way of wrestling.
Well, it looks like Charles Blackman, maybe not the last man standing. It looks like he's done. Wait! I guess I spoke too soon.
Get back up. You'll always get back up because he doesn't know when to quit.
Well, he must have heard you because he said, let's get it on again.
Of course he did. Because he's Charles Blackman. That's what he does. He gets back up and he punches people.
Well, Death Star's back up and, you know, how's it security is never where you need them to be. And they're always when you don't want them to be there.
Because they're currently at the taco stand buying tacos.
I don't know. This is starting to get ridiculous now. That Death Star
awesome.
Power bombing Charles Blackman through the table. There's our world champion, folks. The guy that's not employed by the company.
He is. Obviously he is. Otherwise he wouldn't have gotten the title shot.
Okay, I got a question for you then,
okay.
Mr. Know-It-All. Who's the real cage fighting champion?
Charles Blackman.
We just saw that both men are going to be carried out here on stretchers because of Death Star. There was no finality brought to this match.
Exactly. The match ended in no contest. Therefore, the title does not change hands.
Hold on. I'm receiving word from the owner that on our next edition of Main Event All-Star Wrestling, there will be a winner determined.
And it'll be Charles Blackman.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. It very well could be. But it also very could well be Jaguar.
Not likely.
Ugh.
Main Event All-Star Wrestling is brought to you by Maple Leaf Crunch.
I really like it, Dad.
It's made out of real maple and real hockey sticks.
Can I have some?
So if you like Canada,
and I do,
you will love Maple Leaf Crunch.
I'm Captain Canada, and I said this is okay to use.
Put the knife down now.
And fans, it's time for the Grand Gauntlet. Right now, I am joined by a special guest broadcast announcer, Todd Bugle.
This is Todd Bugle, and I would like to add, Higgins, that this is an extreme honor for you to have me here today.
As always, Todd, it's not an honor. And we're also joined at this time by a special star, special guest, famous person named Maui, the maker of music.
I am Maui, the maker of music. And you are deeply honored to have me here.
Hey, that was my line. He's honored to have me here.
I studied at a conservatory. Where did you study?
I studied at the School of Hard Knocks.
Sounds very impressive to me.
All right. Max was victorious in the ring, getting ready for this Grand Gauntlet competition. He is the first competitor in this, and I should let everyone know that my broadcast colleague, Reginald Butterfield, will not be with us. It turns out that he had to fly back over to England, and he's getting knighted by the Queen. Afterwards, there's going to be this huge party. Margaret Thatcher's invited, and boy, I know he's going to have a good time. So, Reginald, if you can hear me, have a good time.
As far as I'm concerned, Reginald, you can just stay over there because I'm taking your job.
Who is the person in charge of accrediting the School of Hard Knocks?
I don't know about that, but we've got the Chameleon making his way out to the ring, and he's going to be the second competitor in this Grand Gauntlet match. And on a quick side note there, Todd, there's no way you're taking Reginald Butterfield's job. Hell would have to freeze over first.
That's enough out of you, Higgins. I want to get back to Marlon, the maker of lawnmowers over here.
That's Maui, the maker of music. All right? Have you ever listened to music before?
I listen to music all the time, but I can't imagine this guy makes
guess
anything.
what? That music you listen to, Molly made it. He enjoys it. You enjoy it, you can thank him. And right now we've got the Iceman, a real cage fighting competitor who has joined Main Event All-Star Wrestling to compete in the Grand Gauntlet. And Molly, what do you think about the Iceman?
Sir, you stolen the theme that I invented years ago.
You know, I would like to thank you, Molly. I'd like to thank you to keep your mouth shut.
These are jowls that have invented greater things than you could ever imagine, and I will not keep them shut.
All right, settle down, you two. The Iceman, he's gonna be my pick to win this one. Him or Maximus?
I think the Iceman's gonna melt under the pressure of Maximus Victorious.
Well, that could be. But as we see the Clownvict, that creepy clown who's a convict, who's on parole, who's been allowed to wrestle in Main Event All-Star Wrestling, and you know, he could very easily win this thing too, but let's talk real quick about how the Grand Gauntlet works.
Let's not. Molly, this man's coming out to the ring with music that came from a carnival. Are you older than carnivals? Did you create music from carnivals?
Yes, I did.
Explain to me how this works.
I will not explain to you because I do not understand even how the School of Hard Knocks, where you apparently got your university education.
We need to talk about the rules for this match. Round number 1 will consist of 4 competitors. After 3 men have been eliminated via pinfall submission or over the top rope elimination, the winner of this round will move on to the next round. And I believe there's about 4 rounds in this match. At the very end, the final 2 competitors from all 4 rounds will wrestle first man to get the pinfall or submission. And he will be the winner of the Grand Gauntlet and will gain a world title shot or any championship title shot, for that matter, at any given time that he chooses.
And I was informed by the fellas in the truck that some men might be granted ring entrances that will air and some men may not. It's just something that has to be done for time constraints because we only have so much airtime tonight. Isn't that right, Higgins?
Yes, Todd, you are correct in that. We will have some of the entrances being aired, some of them not. Some of the rounds will just start up right after another, and it's all due to time constraints. So we do apologize for any inconsistencies you may see.
And that brings me back to Molly here. What is your favorite song that you've ever created? I want to know.
I think the greatest piece of music ever invented.
By you, I assume.
All music has been invented by me. But the greatest piece of music that has ever been invented is Music Box Dancer.
All right, whoever's idea this was to have Molly join us, I want to have a little chat with you afterwards. But the Iceman kicking the Clownvict as Maximus deals punishment to the Chameleon. And guys, I want to know, who's your pick for this round?
This round right here, I don't see anybody but Maximus making it out of. He's the only one that has the intestinal fortitude to stick it out. He's tough. He's going to win. The Chameleon, maybe he might have a little bit of a shot. He's a little crafty. You don't know what he's going to do. The Clownvic's a joke, and the Iceman's going to melt. That's what I have to say about it. Mally?
I feel like society is not what it once was.
Shut up. All right, deep words coming from Molly, the maker of music and all that you enjoy. And now, Maximus victorious with an amazing maneuver, and he just got a 3 count on the Chameleon. The Chameleon is the first man to be eliminated from the Grand Gauntlet.
Well, my number 2 pick was just eliminated by my number 1 pick, and I don't feel so bad about that because I think number 1's going all the way.
I think the man that wins this match will be a man that punched another man.
Say, Mally, tell me, what about pro wrestling do you enjoy?
The music. The musical entrances, for I invented them all.
So, who contacted you about being on Main Event All-Star Wrestling? We don't have time to listen to that. The Iceman just made the Clown Vic tap out. The Clown Vic has been eliminated, and now it's down to the Iceman, and Maximus victorious. Who will win the first round, and who will advance to the second?
You know, if Reginald Butterfield was sitting here right now, he would be talking up the Iceman like he's some big kind of deal. But I gotta let you know that Maximus has his number. Iceman's going out. What did I tell you? What did I say?
Oh my goodness! Indeed, you were right, Todd Bugle. The Iceman was just thrown over the top rope, but Maximus victorious. Who is victorious in this first round?
This match is Maximus's match. It was made for men like him. Mally, what kind of song would you write for the Iceman right now?
I would not write music for a man like him.
Could you expound upon that? Why would you not?
Wait just a minute here. The Iceman has just been hit with a chair by the Clown Vic, and the Clown Vic's laughing at him.
Looks like the Clown Vic has gotten the last laugh on the Iceman tonight.
And now it's time for round 2, as we see Billy Outlaw making his way to the ring.
This man looks like a man that I would write music for.
Did you write this song?
Yes, I did. And this man, I predict great things for him in the ring. I think he's going to go far. Why, I see... Yes. Oh, wait. No, this isn't the way I saw things going for him.
It should be noted that there should be 2 other competitors in this round, but I've received word from the back that the stint was so bad for Billy Outlaw that the other competitors are waiting until he's eliminated. And yes, Maximus Victorious has just eliminated Billy Outlaw.
Another one bites the dust at the hands of Maximus Victorious, and I have to ask Mally, what in the world are you doing here? You don't know anything about professional wrestling. You called great things for Billy Outlaw when everybody who knows anything about wrestling knows that Billy Outlaw can't wrestle his way out of a paper bag.
I think he has a great destiny, maybe in some other field than in wrestling, but perhaps...
Maybe he could help you write music next time.
Perhaps he could.
And as we see Jerry the Villain, a real cage-fighting combatant, making his way to the ring. And you know, Todd, I want to just make a note here. Treat Mally with more respect. This guy's a star. He's made music.
Well, he isn't respecting my bachelor's degree from the School of Hard Knocks, and that is starting to offend me greatly.
I do not respect bachelor's degrees from schools which I do not know anything about the accrediting board on which they obtain their accreditation.
Enough of whatever that just was. And it looks like Jerry the Villain, living up to his name, grabbing, it looks like a sledgehammer of some sort, and now he's taking it to Maximus Victorious. Maybe him and Captain Canada will team up as Jerry the Villain hits that villainous combo of his.
And Captain Canada getting some accidental offense in there.
He just suplexed Jerry the Villain on Maximus's head.
I don't think he could have done that again if he wanted to. I think that was a complete accident.
I think you're right, and I think Maximus is now mad. I think they just made him angry.
Maximus Victorious is a machine. You're going to see him dump these 2 jokes over the top rope.
It should be noted that Maximus felt so confident in this match that he decided to take off his armor that he normally doesn't take off in his matches.
That's enough out of you, Mally. Why don't you go make some music and let the big boys talk here? Okay.
You know, Todd, I said be more respectful to Mally. He's a huge star. He's a bigger star than you'll ever be. And I think it's time you start to show him some respect. Otherwise, I'm gonna get the owner on the phone, and I'm gonna have you cleaning bathrooms, man.
Well, I'm sure that Mally could clean a better bathroom than he could write some music.
And it looks like Jerry the villain has been eliminated. Well, Jerry, better luck next time as you walk to the back. Think about maybe what you could have done differently. But we're down to 2 men in this second round. It's Maximus Victorious versus Captain Canada.
Now, I predicted that he was going to toss both of these guys over the top rope. My analysis was a little bit off in that he got a tap-out submission. Looks like he's going to get a 3 count. Both men not going over the top rope, but Maximus is still the man.
And Maximus eliminating Captain Canada. And it's time for round number 3. And it looks like it's going to be Maximus Victorious against John Cobra, the Real American, and Iron Ali versus Ramelan. And Reginald, why don't you try and describe?
I am not Reginald. I do not look like Reginald. I do not smell like Reginald. I do not have Reginald's teeth.
Well, I'm sorry about that, Todd. I was just hoping that this was just a bad dream. All right. Well, Mally, what do you think about this? Do you think Maximus is going to be able to eliminate Ramelan as he's trying to superplex him here?
Yes, that is exactly what I was thinking.
Well, that could happen, but all 4 of these men are great competitors. John Cobra mixing up now with Maximus and Ramelan taking it to Iron Ali. I have no idea who's going to win this one. I'm going to go with Maximus. He seems to be on the roll here.
You can't steal my guy, Higgins. You gotta pick your own. I picked Maximus early on. You could have picked him, but you didn't.
Todd, you got to call the action here. John Cobra, the Real American, was just eliminated by Maximus.
Well, the Real American is just really eliminated, and so is Iron Ali right here. It looks like it's coming down to Maximus and Ramelan.
It does, and both of these titans are about to clash. What's going to happen?
What's going to happen, Marley?
I think the Romulan is going to go down.
That's Ramelan, not Romulan, but we're going to let that slide. Molly, that's all right. This is your first time doing this. So, Ramelan.
I hope it's the last. I seriously do, Higgins.
You know, Todd, I really feel the same way about you. And it looks like Ramelan taking it to Maximus. This looks like it was Maximus' first challenge this entire contest. And no, Maximus almost eliminated by Ramelan. But no, finding the will and the drive to get back inside that ring.
Well, he's going over the top.
Oh my goodness! Maximus just eliminated Ramelan. Oh my goodness, who's gonna stop this man? And it looks like Ramelan is just going
Maximus is going. What? I did not see that coming. He just eliminated himself willfully to get at Ramelan.
Maximus Victorious going over that top rope on his own, and he has just eliminated himself. And guys, we have no winner for this round. Maximus and Ramelan fight their way up the entrance ramp. So we're going to have 4 more competitors in the 4th round, and I must make a correction. Earlier I said there were only 4 rounds in this. I'm sorry about that, fans. There are actually 5 rounds.
Well, counting has never been your strong suit, Higgins. We all know that. We're going to let that slide.
Well, thank you, Todd. That's very kind of you.
How high can you count to, Mally?
The highest I have ever counted to was 1,875,000,000.
Do you know how long it would take to count that high? I think you're lying to us about more than just that.
It's time for the 4th round. Scotland McGregor making his way up, but no! Ramelan getting up after being suplexed by Maximus on the entrance ramp, and he's going to take out his frustrations on Scotland, it looks like. Cameraman, can we get a closer shot, please? A better shot of the action. It's kind of hard to see what's going on here. You guys listening? Thank you. All right. We need to get some help out here. Ramelan, you've been eliminated, man. Stop attacking Scotland.
You look like a pretty sturdy guy, Mally. Why don't you go give Scotland a hand?
Scotland does not need the help of Maui in his capacity As a big man, Scotland needs the help of Mowley in his capacity as a music.
And round number 4 has begun. It's going to be the Allied Powers, the next generation. Oliver Blakeney and Randolph Winchester, who are getting dominated as it looks like right now against the 82nd Bloodborne, Grizzly Hatchet, and Maverick McCormick.
Wait, why was that Scottish fellow dragged off stage by the Romulan?
Hold on just a moment. His name's Romulan, not Romulan. Okay? And I don't know why he was dragged backstage. I was not aware of Romulan's intentions. That's something you would have to ask him. Let's focus on...
I think I know. I think I have an answer, because if Scotland had come down to the ring, he would have had to come down to that terrible music that Marley had written here, and Romulan was trying to save him from that embarrassment. What do you think?
I think you know very little about the music that I write. And I think that it would have been a deep honor for me to gain a commission to write music for Scotland. Romulan knew this, and he did not want Scotland to get music that was written by the inventor of music itself.
Try and calm down there, Chief. Oh my goodness! Grizzly Hatchet has just eliminated Randolph Winchester! It's down to Oliver Blakeney against both members of the 82nd Bloodborne. Can Oliver pull this off? Oh boy! Grizzly's just been eliminated!
Well, half of this round's already done before I had a chance to chime in, but I was going to side with the 82nd Bloodborne, and it looks like Randolph has made his way back into the ring. This is definitely not fair if you ask me.
It's maybe not fair, but it looks like all heck is breaking loose as both team members who've been eliminated have gotten back in there, and both guys are fighting guys that are eliminated.
Well, I'm glad that Grizzly decided to get back into this ring and take care of this cheater in Randolph Winchester. He's just asking for it.
The referee needs to gain some control here. This is just getting out of hand. And finally, McCormick and Oliver Blakeney. Oh, did Randolph just kick Oliver in the face? My goodness. It broke the hold, but I'm glad I wasn't his partner there. That looked like it hurt.
Yeah, I think I'd be looking for a new tag team partner right about there. I don't know, kicks to the nose, smart pretty bad, and wow, slingshot right underneath that bottom rope. Randolph Winchester's going to be feeling that one tomorrow morning.
I can't believe what we're witnessing here. Both teams just out of control, and
Randolph eliminated for the second time there by Grizzly, who is not a legal man either, and he brings in the steel chair.
He's got a steel chair! Oh my goodness! What's he gonna do with it? Oliver, you gotta get out of there, man! Look behind you! Grizzly's got a chair! No! Wait! Did you see that? He tried to hit Randolph and he just whacked his tag team partner, Maverick McCormick. And he just took out Oliver. He waffled him with that chair, but McCormick's been eliminated thanks to Grizzly.
I think Grizzly's tag team partner is the steel chair. I think Maverick McCormick just accompanies him to ringside.
What do you think about that, Mally, what we just witnessed?
What do you think of that tune that he played on everybody's head with that steel chair? That was a pretty good song, wasn't it?
I think it's preposterous that you, sir, sit here next to me proclaiming the valor of the School of Hard Knocks, and at the same time, you don't even know the music of Scotland. You assume that the music of Scotland is something that Scottish people would not want to hear.
Well, we gotta call what's going on here. You can talk about that to the person behind you.
Oh my goodness! Oliver Blakeney is looking on as it looks like the red coat is interfering. He's coming down to the ring, and maybe he's gonna be part of the second round or the final round, but no. Oliver jumping over the top rope, ready to attack the red coat to get some much-wanted revenge. Wait a second! A second one just came in from behind!
And now keep in mind, he's eliminated. He hopped over the top rope.
Indeed, you are correct there, Todd. Oliver Blakeney has been eliminated by these red coats. We gotta stop this. Randolph, if you can hear me in the back, get out here and help your tag team partner.
Randolph's going to have a hard time thinking straight after that. His brains got scrambled by that chair. What do you think of these guys right here, the Redcoats, huh?
Do you even know what Scotland is?
I'm sorry I asked. Back to you, Higgin.
And the Redcoats hitting Oliver with a low blow, stopping him. And the Redcoats look like they're retreating now after they've eliminated Oliver and beaten the bloody you know what out of them. And they're hopping over the entrance guardrails there, leaving through the crowd as Oliver slowly makes his way up, and I can't believe what we just witnessed. Oliver, looks like Randolph's finally coming down with that steel chair. Just a little too late.
His brains were scrambled by Grizzly. He had no idea what was going on. Too late.
Well, it's time now, fans, for the final round. These four competitors coming down to the ring now. One of them will be the winner of the Grand Gauntlet.
Marley, what year did you write this song in? I'm just curious.
You know that in Scotland they wear coats and smoke from meerschaum pipes out of which they blow bubbles?
Well, you know so much about Scotland, I think you should probably go there.
And Thermite, the former champion of Canada, making his way down to the ring as one of the final four in the Grand Gauntlet.
Well, this man has one thing going against his favor, and that is he's from the country of Canada. And typically in this organization, Canadians do not do very well. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, I would say that you are correct. I don't know, I guess the Canadians they're not as up to par as some of the others that we've seen.
Now, sir, I do disrespect the school that you have studied at, but I do not disrespect your opinion regarding the Canadians. Those people, if that's what you could call them, are not honorable people. They have they have a very low sense of culture, in my esteem. They don't have standards in there.
That's enough out of you, Mally. If anyone from Canada is watching, I apologize on our behalf. Canadians, you can't help it.
Yes, you are right about that. They cannot help how lowly and disapproving.
All right, enough. We've just seen Commander Junta make his way to the ring, the 7-foot dictator turned pro wrestler. And now we're watching Mr. Excellent. Mr. Excellent, this guy's my pick to win this thing, guys.
And Mr. Excellent, he comes down to the ring with some kind of a hip-hoppy type of song. Now, how is it that you can write music for a guy like Commander Junta and then just turn around and write a song for a guy like Mr. Excellent here? Tell us how your process is, Mally.
I would not like to expound on my process, but suffice it to say, I invented aim, beat, tempo, those sorts of things, musical things that you wouldn't understand.
Indeed, we might not understand, especially most of what's coming out of your mouth right now. Oh boy! Did you see that flip-a-doo maneuver off of the corner post by Mr. Excellent?
I did.
I'm glad you were watching. It was quite impressive. And now we've got Dr. D, Red Thug, the FLV champion, who, he doesn't know this, but that FLV championship after tonight is being turned into the television championship.
Now, why would you do that to somebody like Dr. D? He's been defending this championship vigorously over the last number of months. He's been a fighting champion, and now they're going to change his title name? That's very disrespectful.
Well, it's not me. It's the owner. The mysterious owner.
It was kind of, the question wasn't directed to you. It was kind of whoever the owner is. Why would you do that?
Well, I don't know, but I'm not going to lie. Dr. D is obnoxious. This guy's a thug.
Well, tonight we've learned a new level of obnoxiousness as I look over at Marley here, Mally, Machine Head, whatever your name is. How did you become so obnoxious? Where did you learn that?
I am not obnoxious. It is you who is the obnoxious one. Whatever you say unto me bounces off of my rubber and sticks upon your glue. What do you think about that?
I think we gotta call this one, and Thermite, the explosive Canadian, who just eliminated that thug, Dr. D!
Dr. D probably overheard what you were saying about his championship belt, was so distracted and distraught that he didn't even know how to handle when the bell rang to begin this match. I think... Oh, look, he's coming to join us at ringside here.
Hold up! I wasn't ready, yo! I want some restart!
Dr. D, did you hear what these men want to do to your title?
I did, Joe, and it's just, it's just bogus,
I know, I agree. I'm going to do everything within my power as a color commentator to stop this travesty.
Well, Dr. D, what are you actually doing here right now? You just wanted to come and meet Melly, didn't you?
I did write the music that you entered the ring to. You can thank me later.
Oh my goodness! We just witnessed Commander Huta being eliminated! What do you think about that, Dr. D?
Well, Higgins, I think that this Nally guy's pretty cool. He wrote some pretty top beats, yo!
I'm going to have to kind of distance myself from what Dr. D's saying right here. I got all the respect in the world for Dr. D. Think he's been a fighting champion, but
I thank you. Appreciate that.
But I think you're going to need to give this Mowley guy a little bit more scrutiny. He's obviously full of crap.
Excellent! Excellent off the top! He could have this! No!
This Joker here has obviously never seen me beatbox with my beatboxing jaws.
Yo, maybe you could drop a little bit of that beatboxing on the doctor here, son.
That is quite enough.
That was quite impressive. As we see, Thermite, could he be going to eliminate Mr. Excellent? Yes, he's got no. Mr. Excellent held on, and he's still in this thing.
Yo, this Mr. Excellent guy, he ain't that excellent, yo. I've proven that time and time again when I've beaten him, yo.
Mr. Excellent needs to find a new profession. He obviously does not live up to his name. By luck, he's covering a Canadian that has no business being in this business.
Now you hold on there. Canadians are just as good as you and I. I appreciate Canada. I mean, if we didn't have Canada, where else would we store the things we didn't want? Why is everyone laughing in the announce booth? This is just ridiculous. Thermite, the explosive Canadian, taking it to Mr. Excellent.
I hope he rips that hamstring off of that cracker, yo.
I do not see any crackers, and if I did, I would be eating them.
Yeah, I feel you, yo. I like crackers. I like to put a little peanut butter on them, and oh wait, we got the Thermite doing something here.
Yes, Thermite locking in the sharpshooter on Mr. Excellent, who has just tapped out. Thermite has just won.
Well, I have to say, I would not have predicted that a Canadian was going to walk away winning this match.
Well, Dr. D just got up from the announce booth there. What's he doing? It looks like he's just waiting for something. And Mr. Excellent, he just pulled him off the ring apron. And he's going for it. Looks like he's going to try and defend that FLV championship one last time before it's made the television championship, and he did it.
A stunning title defense by Dr. D, redeeming the night that has a terrible maple leaf covered shadow over it.
You just stop talking about Canada that way. And Dr. D, celebrating his victory as Mr. Excellent, did not see that coming.
As far as I'm concerned, you could continue talking about Canada in the way that you have been talking about it. As far as music, though, I wish that you would keep your stupid mouth shut.
Stupid mouth! I'm about to hurt this man, Higgins.
Oh my goodness! The Chameleon off the top, attacking Thermite from behind. Thermite didn't see it coming in. Thermite's being locked in. His very own finishing maneuver. The sharpshooter. What is this chameleon's deal? Why is he doing this to Thermite, who has just won the Grand Gauntlet?
Well, he's obviously just as unimpressed with the fact that a Canadian won this match as the rest of us.
All right, well, we've got to go. What's this? I'm receiving word from the back. Melly will not be joining us this evening. Who the heck is this?
Yeah, who are you? You're obviously some kind of a con artist. You do not know anything about music.
Actually, I'm having to go now. They're calling me, in the place where I work, the university. Goodbye.
We gotta go. Machinima Wrestling fan, we hope you enjoyed this special edition of Main Event All-Star Wrestling, the Grand Gauntlet. Earlier tonight, you saw Countess Sonata defeat Luscious Larissa and then viciously attack her after the match. You also saw Kid Burnout issue an open challenge to defend the Main Event All-Star Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship to anyone in the back. Little did he know, though, that T. Ferguson would answer that challenge and use it as a loophole to bring Death Star back into Main Event All-Star Wrestling, which gave him the opportunity to become the new Main Event All-Star Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion. But don't forget, it was in part due to the Redcoats interfering. We also witnessed Charles Blackman and Jaguar in a last man standing match to try and settle and determine who was the rightful owner to the Real Cage Fighting Championship. But our newly crowned world champion, Death Star, interfered in the match and viciously attacked both men, bringing the match to a no contest. And in the main event of the evening, in the 18-man, 5-round extravaganza, the Grand Gauntlet, we saw the real Canadian Thermite, the explosive Canadian Thermite, win the match, giving him a title shot at any Main Event All-Star Wrestling Championship that he wants at any given time of his choosing. But at the end, it wasn't over. The Chameleon attacked Thermite, viciously attacking him, locking him in the sharpshooter, adding insult to injury. So what's going to happen? Well, fans, you're going to have to tune back in to Main Event All-Star Wrestling to find out. Thank you for joining us. This was a Grand Gauntlet.